Sanam Arora. She joins us live from where an important announcement is supposed to be made. But Sanam, just 5 years after the Conservatives won their historic landslide, as pollsters are warning, the Tories actually face almost a total wipeout.
Yes, that's what it looks like. And, I'm actually coming here from Harrow West, where an election announcement is taking place. Why don't I show you that very quickly? And I think if you can see it.
Yes, we can. Thank you.
So this is the Harrow polling station where Harrow West is currently being announced. Rather safe seat for the Labour Party. Let's hope it continues to be that way if the trend continues.
But Sanam, as we have been speaking over the last few months, immigration has been a key issue this entire election. Are you a little hopeful that under the leadership of the Labour, the graduate route visa scheme will likely be retained? That's something that hits home hard for you and your friends?
It does indeed. I am very, very hopeful that, under the leadership of Sir Starmer, we will see a focus on the university sector here in the UK. It is an absolute asset for us in the UK. And I think Bridget Phillipson, who is the Shadow Education Secretary, who in fact was the first win of the night, had stated that her very first priority would be to ensure that universities are looked after. And in that regard, international students, which tend to be one of the strongest supporters of the Indian student community, of the international student of the university sector, should be well protected. So I'm very, very cautiously optimistic, Parmeshwar.
Right. So in that case, I think it's safe to assume that you don't mind pulling an all-nighter. You're looking bright as ever, Sanam. It also looks like the Rwanda scheme is set to be disposed under a Labour leadership if Keir Starmer actually does move into number 10.
Yes, we are thinking. I think both Labour and Conservatives are very clear that immigration is a significant issue in the country. But on the illegal immigration front, which is where the Rwanda scheme comes in, Sir Starmer has been very clear that it is too expensive. The Rwanda scheme that's been proposed is too expensive, and it's not perhaps as efficient as the Prime Minister or the current Prime Minister thinks it is. And he wishes to focus instead on curbing the illegal crime gangs that actually enable the trafficking of humans over into via the channel. So I think the Rwanda scheme will be scrapped. Sir Starmer's made that pretty clear. But I think illegal immigration, which absolutely should be a focus for the country, it is a real issue here on the ground, will be focused at its heart, at its core, in terms of fixing the structural issues that lead into what.
In fact, the Labour says that laws that are unjust will inevitably be broken. But while Mr. Starmer did not provide a timeline or exact figures for bringing down migration numbers, he has said that he's going to pass laws, like you cited, to curb migration, and that's going to be his top priority. But Sanam, are you expecting any drastic changes that could be on the radar for the UK under Sir Keir Starmer's leadership?
I think Sir Starmer's favorite word is change. But I think he is going to have a few other changes to make before he does anything too structurally transformational for the higher education system. But the truth is, and I think Labour gets it, we've been working with a number of senior Labour members of Parliament, shadow secretaries over the last many years, over the last couple of months, in fact, especially for the graduate route protection, which we did over the last few months. I think they get it. I think they get how important and why the graduate route is so important, the post-study work visa, not just for students, but for universities, but for the whole of the country. So I am fairly positive that they will keep that understanding in place and not really do anything too drastically significant that alters that. I think their focus will very much be on illegal immigration. I think they will potentially, where I do exercise some caution, is potentially the outgoing government, the Conservative government, has said that they would keep the graduate route under review. So, of course, I think they will follow up on that, but I don't think that will be an immediate thing. And I think it will be done with the right intention, but with Labour also recognizing that the graduate route is a very small part of the bigger issues, the bigger structural issues that the UK higher education sector faces, because the truth is that domestic funding for domestic students on the education front has been stagnant for the last many years. That's the issue we need to fix here.